Good evening, everyone. Uh, Today is August 12. We are now 10 o'clock in the evening standard time. This is my online office. My name is Wilhelmina Ford. I think everybody knows Wilhelmina because I'm always on YouTube and on Facebook. This is my online office. Can you see my office, the background? I am the extension digital virtual office of Bamako, Mali. Wilhelmina is the one who handles sales and marketing on behalf of the sellers in Africa, Conakry, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Mali. Now let's talk about Mali because I have an inquiry that the buyer, he is an agent to the buyer, and he dropped by into my page on Bamako, Mali, the third largest gold producer in West Africa. Now, Bamako, Mali is the richest and huge gold deposit. At the moment, we have 2.5 tons of gold plus. Now, my seller updated me that they have 3 tons of gold, 3,000 kilos. But the 3,000 kilos, you wouldn't be able to afford to buy that. I would like to encourage you, Mr. Buyer, to start a trial because you don't know us and we don't know you. So you need to build your credibility. Now, this is not CIF. I mentioned that many times on every video, Conakry, Sierra Leone, and Mali. No way you will get gold CIF. No way you will get gold LC or SBLC. This is cash transaction. Gold is cash. This is not for credit. Most of you asking for LC, you don't have available cash. You are going to leverage the gold. Most of you asking CIF, cost, insurance, and freight, you don't have the cash. You can only afford to pay the shipping cost and insurance, but you don't have cash. You cannot afford to pay the products. Gold is money versus your paper money. So gold and paper money needs each other. So we have the gold, show me your paper money. Your paper money has no value if there is no supply. There's a saying, supply and demand determine the price. Now everybody's panicking right now because the price of gold was high. Last week, the price of gold was 67. Now take advantage, Mr. Buyer, because the price of gold today, August 12, is down. Okay? It's down the price. And don't bank because the price of gold, it fluctuates. It fluctuates every day. Now, I'm going to go to the world market. So don't bank on it because the price, I cannot give you the fixed price. But today, August 12, the price of gold today on the world market is 61,870.97 per kilo. Now our selling price is spot price on 22 carat is 56,710 as today. Tomorrow our price change because we are based on the world market. Now the real seller would not sell his gold very cheap. He wouldn't. Our selling price less 5%. Now don't panic. I am willing to help you. Provided you convince Wilhelmina. Now, the full corporate offer of Bamako, Mali is here in front of you. Click below, subscribe on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube. Now, on YouTube, it says, show more. So, I want you to click the link. When you click the link, it would open full corporate offer. You can see the gold. You can hear my seller explaining about the 2.5 tons of gold. You can see that on the video. Okay, how many boxes of gold? At the moment, in total, the boxes is 19 boxes. On that video, that is only 15 boxes. Now you're gonna surprise, oh, why 19 boxes? the gold belong to the community, belong to the cooperative. It's a lot of members. They bring the gold to the office. So one cooperative manage all the supply, and I am authorized mandate to market outside Bamako, Mali. And I am authorized to market outside Conakry, Guinea. And I am authorized to market outside Sierra Leone. Now let's talk about Bamako, Mali. In Bamako, the gold has to be assayed at DNGM, which is the government refinery. We don't deal KMR and Marina. I had an inquiry, and the guy, he's a buyer's agent, and he said that they need gold, bring it to KMR. No, we don't do that. We don't know your buyer, so your buyer has to place an order. Your buyer has to introduce himself. Dore Wilhelmina, I saw the gold on Bamako, Mali. I want to secure the gold in Bamako, Mali, and this is my order. So the buyer has to put that on writing, called LOI. It's not cut and paste. I don't entertain brokers cut and paste the LOI because you are scared to be circumvent. I don't deal like that. If you're gonna send me cut and paste LOI, I will throw your LOI on the wheelie bin. Why? We want to deal directly to the buyer. And if you're buyer's agent, your buyer is paying you. Right? My seller is paying my work. And I don't need joker broker. Excuse my language. That is the reason why I position my seller globally, and I put everything, the video, the full corporate offer about Bamako, Mali. You will see the DNGM refinery on that video. I want you to take time to watch the video. I want you to take time to read and digest it. Because you are buying money, Mr. Buyer. You are. And you've been traveling, running around, group to group, broker to broker, until now you have not found the real supplier. We are here to do business. We are not a fly-by-night business. We're not. Mr. Buyer, you are on the ground. I wouldn't be able to entertain you. Our policy, the buyer has to send a formal letter of intent to purchase called LOI. You need to state who you are, the quantity, the carats, the mode of payment is very, very important. This is not CIF. This is not. CIF stands for cost, insurance, and freight. This is not LC. This is not SBLC. This is not Black Fund. This is cash business, F.O.B. Now, I'm sure you have a less capital. I'm sure you cannot afford to buy 3 tons. I don't think so. I will encourage you to start a trial because you don't know us and we don't know you. So I want you to build your business relationship with us, especially this lady in front of you, because I am the gatekeeper. If I'm satisfied with your letter of intent, because I already put the full corporate offer, you already met Walamina. Yeah? So, after you watch this video, after you read, it is about time for you to send a formal letter of intent to purchase coming from you. Then when I receive it, I will make a phone calls. I will call you. Hi, Mr. Buyer. I received the letter of intent from your buyer's agent. Okay, Mr. Buyer, you put your LOI CIF. We don't deal CIF. I told you that Mr. Buyer on the full corporate offer is an F.O.B. We encourage you to start a trial. So when I receive that, then I will gather your business registration. Then I will gather your importation license. Then I will gather your passport copy. Then I will gather your proof of fund, your bank statement. Why? How are you able to pay? If you don't have the money, we don't accept bank guarantee. We don't accept refinery guarantee. Why? You are selling the gold to the refinery. The refinery is going to guarantee to receive it because you have an account to the refinery. You are buying a wholesale from us. So your refinery is going to guarantee that he will pay you to receive the gold first, and he will ask it, and then when he receive it, he will pay you. Yeah. But to us, before the gold leave the country of origin, you pay first. Yeah. You have to pay first. Then we give you all the export documentation. Now, Mr. Baya, I don't need to talk too much. The full corporate offer is in front of you. Read it properly. The export documentation is in front of you. The carats and the purity is in front of you. So I want you to take time. I want you to read thoroughly and put this on your head. I'm sorry if I'll explain this like an elementary, because I do believe you've been chasing and running around. Until now, you have not found the right supplier. We are here to do business. We are not a fly-by-night business. We're not. Wilhelmina, you can see Wilhelmina? And this is my online virtual office. I handle Sierra Leone, I handle Conakry, I handle Bamako, Mali. Now this video is for Bamako, Mali. Now, Bamako, Mali has more than 2.5 tons of gold. I would like to encourage you to start a trial. 10 kilos to start with. You need to build your business relationship with us. So when I receive your letter of intent, I will send that to the head office. Then the head office will acknowledge your order, like 10 or 20. So then we will send you the contract. We don't send a contract, blank contract. And we don't send SKR. We have the SKR, I have the file, and I was being instructed that the SKR must not be released because there are so many criminals using this SKR to float around to solicit buyer, and then that particular person will ask upfront money to the buyer because the SKR is there. So we will only show the SKR after we are satisfied with you. We don't send SKR to a stranger. We don't. This morning I have the arrogant buyer from Europe. He's asking soft corporate offer. He's asking SKR. And he's been talking to me for 2 years until now he cannot comprehend. But I'm not going to mention his name because he's been communicating with me for 2 years. And he said that he is a royal family in Europe. I don't care if you're a royal family. I don't care. This is gold. You have to follow the golden rules of the country. There's a saying, a golden rules on buying this precious item. He who has the gold makes the rules. The government is making the rules, not you, not me. I am here to assist you, and I put all the full corporate offer live so that you will comprehend. No matter how I explain it, no matter. That gentleman is a broker. He's been talking to me for 2 years. This morning I wake up around 9 o'clock and I told him I just wake up because this is my office. I open my online live office from 6 o'clock to midnight. In the morning I have to read all the inquiries, delete, 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 because they don't know how to introduce themselves. If you want to buy gold in Bamako, Mali, introduce yourself. I already give you everything. I put my contact number. And when you come on Skype and on WhatsApp, you don't know how to introduce yourself. I wonder why. You are not servicing your buyer if you're a broker. Because to me, I service my seller. I have everything. I am the gatekeeper. I would close the gate for you if I'm not satisfied with you. Remember, the gentleman from Europe asking me, "What is your position, Wilhelmina?" And I told him that, what a silly question. You already watched me, you already saw me, you already know me for 2 years. Until now, you ask me, what is my position? Yeah, you read because I put everything online. And even here, on this video, click below. You will find Wilhelmina on YouTube. You will find Wilhelmina on Facebook. If you are not comprehending, I wouldn't believe you're a buyer. I wouldn't. Especially if you don't know how to introduce yourself. This is business. This is a professional business. Most of you are running around broker to broker. If you want to if you're working with a buyer, if you're a broker, learn it. Then you come back when you're ready. Now I'm going back to this KMR and Marina. I know KMR. I make a phone calls to KMR a few years back. KMR would not accept gold unless the KMR can see who is the seller. Now, Mr. Buyer, if you are using KMR, I do understand you have an account because I know KMR. I know the director because I make a phone calls. So the KMR says they will ask the gold as long as the seller can show the proof that he owned the gold, because in Bamako, Mali, there are so many illegal gold that's been stolen. Some gold coming from border to border is smuggled. That is the reason why KMR is very extra careful. Marina, owned by Chinese, partnership with the local. KMR, owned by Italian group of company, partnership with the government, because the government giving KMR tax incentive. That is business. Yeah, that is business. So the government giving KMR a very good privilege. In return, KMR is creating employment. That is an injection income of the country. That is business. They are investors in that country. But the cooperative is a different. It is an association. It is a local miner. They have 2,500 members of cooperative. That is also business. So the cooperative, they wanted to export it. After that, bringing the gold to the city in Bamako, Mali, they come to Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina, this is the production. Then the role of Wilhelmina is to tell the world, hey, Mr. Buyer, we are here to do business. We have the supply. There's a saying, supply and demand determine the price. Now our selling price today. Last week, the price of gold was 67. Today, August 12, our selling price is a spot price. 22 carats, which is 23, 22.54, which is 23. Our selling price is 56,710, less 5%. Use your calculator. Okay? Now, the world market today is 61,870.97. I will use the calculator. On the world market is 61,870.97 less 5%, then minus, then again 61,008 okay 8 okay hang on 870.97. This is the selling price on 5%. We waive the tax. I already discussed this with my head office in Bamako, Mali. You don't need to pay taxes. You pay this one, and we will consider to absorb the shipping cost and insurance. But you have to pay the products. Now, this is how you're gonna do, Mr. Buyer, in Bamako, Mali. You order, let's say, we would like to encourage you. Start a trial, 10 or 20. Okay, on 20, or let's say 10 of 10. This is the price. On 10 kilo, 58,777 times 10 kilos. Okay, times 10. This is the price, 587.77. You don't need to pay shipping costs. You don't need to pay the insurance. We will ship it to your destination. Okay, you make a commitment. This is F.O.B. This is not CIF. Huh? Now how? So you put that into your letter of intent that you want to start 10 kilos. I need your business registration. I need your importation license, your passport copy, and your proof of fund that you have 587,000, half a million. Then you show it to us. Then we will respond to you. We will send you a confirmation of your order. You will see the cooperative. You will see who is the people behind, because this is an organization. We will show you, we will provide you everything, the mining license, okay, the for corporate offer, the contract. We will send you the contract after I receive your letter of intent. I will not send you a blank contract. I will gather first your information, because I need to know who you are. Your letter of intent must not be cut and paste. No, I will throw that on the wheelie bin. You must act as a professional buyer. If you're a buyer watching me, you need to be professional. You need to identify yourself, who you are. You already met Walamina. This is my online office. You meet Walamina. So in return, after you read the full corporate offer in front of you, click below. Then you send a formal letter of intent called LOI. Without that, you will never get the gold from us. The gate would be closed. But if you satisfied Wilhelmina, yes, I will open the gate for you. Why? I am the marketing consultant of the seller. So I would know whether you are capable to pay or not. I will advise the seller, let us proceed, because I'm satisfied with you. I'm satisfied with your vital information. Without that, I wouldn't believe you're a buyer. I wouldn't. I put everything already. It's very clear. We are not fly-by-night business here. That is why the company hired Wilhelmina, because you don't trust African. The more my seller doesn't trust you. If you don't trust African, don't buy gold. Don't. Stay away. Because Africa, 98% of gold coming from Africa. Conakry, Sierra Leone, Mali. But we are talking about Mali. Mali is the third largest gold producer in West Africa. We are talking about Mali exclusively. So we don't deal KMR, because I have an inquiry. That's why I'm here. Now, if you are dealing with KMR, you have an account. There's no problem. We will ASI first the gold to DNGM. According to my seller, okay, we will ASI the gold to DNGM. You pay cash, you bring the gold to KMR. Yes, because if you're using KMR, because KMR has its in-house shipping, they will deliver the gold to your destination. There's no problem. Yeah, but you have to pay the gold first. Before the gold will be brought to KMR, because KMR will have a armor car to pick up a DNGM. This is not an ordinary business, Mr. Broker or Mr. Buyer. You are buying money. You must remember. So we must be careful who you are, and you also be careful who is the seller. Both buyers and sellers are really hesitant to trust each other. You're buying money. So the seller is also careful. Maybe you never know you are a hold-upper. Never know you are criminal. So that is the reason why they hired me, because I'm going to scrutinize you. Are you really a buyer? You never know, you're a mafia. Yeah, mafia are very sophisticated. They are sweet talker. But to this woman, I can sense it. If you're a sweet talker, my question is three things only. Mhm. How did you meet Wilhelmina? Oh, I saw you on YouTube. Okay, what did you learn out of my YouTube? Did you read the full corporate offer? That is my question. Oh, Wilhelmina, not really. Go back and read. Mhm. Go back and I don't have to waste my time. Yeah, but I put everything online. Mhm. So then when you come back, send me a formal letter of intent to purchase. Then I would believe you are a buyer. Now this is for Babangko Mali. Because I have an inquiry, he didn't comprehend, so I have to come and explain live. This video would be on Facebook and on YouTube. Now on Bamako Mali, there is a video on 2.5 tons of gold. At the moment, the total of gold is 3 tons, just new production. I have the SKR, but we don't release the SKR. I would not give you the SKR at all. I wouldn't. You never know, you might solicit buyer and you are going to float around the SKR. SKR is just like a bank account. The gold deposited to the security company in the city of Mali, Bamako. I have the SKR. I would not release it. And I would not release the association members of organization. How many are they? I would not release unless you prove to me that you're a buyer. I will put that on the contract. Your business registration must be on the contract. Your importation must be on the contract. Your passport copy must be on the contract. And your proof of fund, we would like to know how are you able to pay. That is very simple, Mr. Buyer. Mr. Buyer, I would not elaborate. Okay? Now, our selling price, Mr. Buyer, less 5% based on the world market. Bank now because the price of gold down. Now, if Wilhelmina convinced that you are really a good buyer, right? I might able to consider I will give you a very good deal because I have the power to ask my head office to give you a very good deal. I have the power and I have the power to reject you as well. So you are lucky to meet Wilhelmina. I just finished talking a buyer. He is already in Conakry. I rejected it because I handle Conakry, Sierra Leone, and Mali. This video is for Bamako, Mali. I rejected the buyer. He is already on the ground. Even in Bamako, Mali, my seller would not deal if you are on the ground. We will only deal when you will be invited. Because once we send you the contract, you show me everything, then the seller will issue the landing visa for you. Now, but because we are on the coronavirus, I wouldn't be able to assist you on the ground. Now, our selling price is 5%, right? But because I'm going to travel with you, I do charge my extra service to cover up my expenses in order to assist you so that you will not be frustrated. But if you are very in a hurry to get the supply today, you can travel. I will monitor your movement. I will give you 8%. Because when I travel with you, I threw back the 3%. Actually, our selling price is less 5%. On the full corporate offer says 8%. It's already there because I'm going to travel with you to assist you so that you will not be disappointed. Because African seller is very hard to deal with. They are very stubborn. They will reject you if I'm not around. Yes? They will reject you if you keep on bargaining and bargaining and bargaining. So before you fly to Bamako, Mali, make sure you understand what you're signing the contract. Make sure you have available fund in your bank account because the contract, you have to inform your bank manager that you are buying valued goods in Bamako, Mali because of money laundering and gold laundering. So you don't need to smuggle this this money, because this money is very precious. So then you have to show that contract that you are going to transfer payment when you arrive in Bamako, Mali. So then your bank manager is already aware that you are planning to transfer the payment and you are buying the valued goods. So we will give you the bank account of the seller, and also on the contract your bank account and your refinery, who is going to receive it. Are you going to hand carry or ship it to your destination? Something like that. Is this a long-term contract, Mr. Buyer? Starting 10 kilos, then you increase your order 50, 100, 500, 600. Then we will discuss that. We will review the price. So at the moment, I will give you a very good deal. So you need to travel to Bamako, Mali. You need to have a coronavirus certificate. You need to have a yellow fever in order to protect you because of the coronavirus. Before I arrived here in Australia, I was in Africa recently. Lucky I was not trapped by lockdown. There's so many foreigners has been locked down. It's very, very expensive to be locked down. I was lucky. I arrived here March 2, before the coronavirus lockdown, the border. At the moment, our international airport is closed. There is no international flight in Brisbane. The international flight would be resumed January. So which one, Mr. Bayo, are you buying now or 5 months from now? So you have to come to Wilhelmina on conference on Skype. Create a Skype. I want to see you, Mr. Bayo. Open your camera. We are now on the social media. Everything now is live. That is why you see Wilhelmina, right? I know you've been watching me from group to group. That's good. That you really found the real seller. We are not a fly-by-night business here. Because if my seller is fly-by-night business, you would not see Wilhelmina. But you must remember, Mr. Buyer, there's so many brokers hates my guts. I don't know. Because I'm very strict. I'm very tough. I don't buy bullshit. Excuse my language. The rules on this business is very, very crucial. He who has the gold makes the rules. The owner of the gold, he has the rules because the government has the rules. So the owner of the gold has to follow the rules of the government. Not you. You don't make any rules. You have to show that you are really a real buyer. That is the role of you that, Wilhelmina, I am a real buyer. Here's my business registration, Wilhelmina. My importation license, my passport, proof of fund, bank statement. We don't accept bank guarantee. We don't accept refinery guarantee. So therefore, you are going to sell the gold to the refinery. The refinery of your destination will guarantee that he is going to pay the gold when the gold arrive in their hand. So you, Mr. Buyer, you are a trader. Buy and sell to a wholesale to Africa. 98% in Africa. Gold produced in West Africa. Ghana, Mali, Sierra Leone, Conakry, Tanzania, Congo, Nairobi, Central Africa, Cameroon, etc. 50% of diamond coming from Africa. And then you're gonna say, I don't trust Africa. Don't travel if you don't trust. Then your business would not function. Because the supply is coming from Africa. Why this Italian group of company owned by KMR? Why they are there if they don't trust Africa? Why Marina Refinery is in Bamako, Mali? Why they are there? Partnership is Chinese. Why they are there? Why? So and you, a small trader, said, oh, I'm scared. I don't trust Africa. To me, you don't have the money. Because if I am the buyer, I'm not going to be scared. I'm a woman, I travel to Africa. I'm not scared. Yeah? Once you're gonna be invited, once the seller will invite you and they issue the landing visa, you are a VIP, because we want to deal business with you in a long term, not a short term. Our price is premium. We don't sell potato here. We don't sell banana. Even banana, there is a price. Even potato, there is a price. Even tomato, there is a price. You are buying valued goods, very, very expensive valued goods. Does that make sense, Mr. Buyer? So convince us. We have the gold. I will open the gate. I will make sure you will be happy. You will be happy. You are dealing with Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina is the seller's marketing consultant and mandate. At the same time, I am your facilitator. At the same time, where you gonna find a person, Mr. Buyer, show her face? No. Most of the people that you encounter, they don't show their face. They're scared because they are scrupulous. A person who don't show his face or her face, something wrong with that person. She, she or he is scared to show her face. He is not a seller. He's a broker joker. Yeah, he's not a seller. I am not a joker broker, because if I'm a joker broker, I will not waste my time promoting. I am promoting Africa. This is my online office. Gold coming from Africa. I am not African. I am Australian, but I was born in the Philippines. I hope you understand, Mr. Buyer. If you don't trust Africa, don't buy. Keep your money, because your business would not function without gold coming from Africa. Recently, I was in Dubai. I always stop over in Dubai. I walk into jewelry downtown Dubai. I asked the manager, where your gold coming from? You have a very beautiful jewelry. You know what he said? The gold is coming from Africa. Dubai is a hub. Most of the traders, they go to Dubai because tax haven. And the gold is coming from Africa. So, and then you're going to say, I don't believe, I don't trust Africa. Don't buy, because your business would not function if there is no supply. Most of the buyers in Dubai, they're jokers as well. I meet them, I interview them. They didn't meet the criteria. They're asking for CIF. They are going to leverage. They are going to sell the gold to the refinery. That is why they ask the refinery a guarantee. No. Your guarantee is to show us that you have the money, that you can guarantee that you are going to pay what you are buying. Does that make sense, Mr. Buyer? I think I already explained it to you, Mr. Buyer. Now, Mr. Buyer, this is for Bamako, Mali. Click below. There's a saying on YouTube, show more. I want you to take time. I want you to relax. Scroll down, click on the link, and when you're satisfied, you come back to Wilhelmina with your LOI, meaning to say a letter of intent to purchase coming from you. Without that, I wouldn't believe you're a buyer. If you send me cut and paste, I will throw that on the wheelie bin. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening.